Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to B Sports Picks. Today, I'm going to hook you guys up with one play in baseball. I'm also going to show you the batter props that I'm looking at. The batter props will not be finalized until later today. I'm going to hook you guys up with two of those, so make sure you subscribe for that. But I am going to hook you up with one play today. Yesterday, I gave away 7 players on the video, and 6 out of those 7 hit. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Also, check out the link in the description where it says free picks, so you can get all the free picks that I throw out there so you don't miss out. Also, subscribe to this channel. So let me quickly go over what happened yesterday, and then I'm going to give you the play that I like for today. Like I said, yesterday I gave away 7 batter props. 6 out of those were winners. I actually didn't put in one of them, and that's the one that didn't win. So I know I gave away 7, so one of them did lose. I cannot take an undefeated day if one of them did not win, even though I didn't place the bet. So anyways, here you are. JP Crawford under 1 RBI. He did not get a hit. He did not get an RBI. Same thing with Jared Torrillo. If you see the video yesterday, I showed both of these guys. That's a win. Shohei Ohtani and Bobby Witt Jr. I actually did that on a YouTube short, and that was a win. Michael Garcia, to get 1 hit, he got 2 hits. And then this guy went off. Michael Harris II from the Braves, he ended up getting 4 hits. This dude is on fire right now. I think he has 16 games in a row or 16 straight hits. This dude is on fire. I don't know if he has 14 straight games with a hit or 14 hits in a row. I don't know what what it is. I think it's 14 games in a row with a hit. So anyways, guys, like I said, I'm going to show you the batter props that I'm looking at. Those will not be finalized until later today. I'm going to hook you guys up with 2 of them inside the YouTube short. So make sure you subscribe for that. I'm going to hook you up with the play that I'm looking at. I already placed my bet this morning for this play that I'm going to show you. So I really like the Reds, but now the line is moving in the opposite direction. So I might cash out. I'm not sure. I doubt I'm going to cash out, but you might want to look at the Reds. I'm not going to go through it because the line already shifted in the wrong direction. Anyways, here we go. The Houston Astros versus the Detroit Tigers. You can see that the Tigers opened at a 152. Now they're at a 160. So the line is shifting in the correct direction towards the Tigers. Now you can see 64% of the bets are coming in on the Tigers, yet 75% of the money is coming in on Houston. So that's a contradiction. However, there's a lot of money coming in on Houston, 75% of the money, and the line is still shifting in the direction of the Detroit Tigers. So what that tells us is that is sharp money coming in on Detroit. Now you got 2 of the best pitchers in baseball right now facing each other today. It's going to be Hunter Brown and Tariq Skubal. So you can see both of these guys are frontline elite pitchers. So you might also want to look on the under. I'm not going to touch the under, but you might want to look on the unders, because at least for the first 5 innings, because these 2 guys are elite pitchers facing each other. Now let's get into the bullpen. Now overall, you can see the bullpen, Houston does have a little bit of a better bullpen, but the starting pitcher is drastically better. But the starting pitcher is actually a little bit better, not drastically better, but a little bit better. This is where the difference comes in. You start looking at the batting analysis. These guys outnumber them in every category. Look at this. Batting average is higher. Runs scored per game is higher. And the OPS is dramatically higher for Detroit. Houston is actually one of the worst batting teams in the last 7 games right now. Now we look at the pitching overall. This is not the bullpen. This is just the overall picture for the last 7 days. You can see they're almost double. The lower the ERA, the better. So Detroit is much better here. Pretty much more strikeouts and better pitching overall. 58% chance that the Detroit is going to take this. And like I said, the line is actually high at 8.5. I believe it's going to go less than that. I'm not going to touch it though. You might want to look at that if you want. And so there's batting with great pitching. First half to win, and then 63% chance overall. Also, it tells you here Detroit is not supposed to bat in the 9th because they're at home. So they should be winning the game. Both of them are favored to go over 7.5 hits. So again, that's a contradiction on the under that I just said. So that's why I'm staying away as well. But these guys are more favored to get more hits. Also, if you look at this graph, I'm not going to go through every detail, but you can see they've got more wins, the win percentage, less losses, more runs per game, etc. It just goes on and on and on. Pretty much everything is green for Detroit, while everything is red for Houston. So I'm taking the Tigers on the money line at a -160. I'm not sure what the line is now, but that's what I was able to get it at this morning. Now, again, guys, I was a little bit backed up this morning, so I haven't chosen the batters exactly, but this is the filtered out version. So you can see all the ones that I'm going to actually look at. I'll actually start sorting some of the stuff out, but I won't give you the final ones. I will give you 2 of them if you go to subscribe and check out the YouTube short later today. So here's the filtered out version of the batters that I'm looking at for today. So I will kind of filter them out as I'm looking at this right now. Let me kind of pull this out a little bit. All right, I'm going to take myself off of screen so I can look at this a lot better. And let's get going here. So I'm going to take myself off of screen just to have this a little bit better, a little bit easier to view. Right now, you can see this guy has gotten 3 at-bats, 0 hits. So he's gone against this pitcher 3 times, and he hasn't gotten any hits. So I'm going to delete this guy. This guy, he has not gotten a hit in the last 2 games. I'm going to delete this guy. Julio Rodriguez, there's no pitching data, but he has gotten at least 1 or 2 hits in every game for the last 10 games. This guy has faced this batter, or this pitcher 3 times, has gotten 2 hits with a 6.67 average. So this guy's good. Then we're going to look at Juan Soto. He didn't get a hit in the last game. I don't like to see that. I'm going to delete it. I don't like to see that Juan Soto didn't get a hit on the last game, so I'm going to delete that. I don't like to see below 300 average over here, so I'm going to delete this guy. Then we have all zeros over here. That means he has not faced his pitcher, but he's gotten at least 1 or 2 hits every game. Over here, same thing. Over here, same thing. And this is the same guy I told you about that he got 4 hits yesterday. I'm not sure why this is not showing up for yesterday's data, but he got 4 hits yesterday. All right, so I'm looking at something here before I continue, is that it seems that it didn't pull the information from yesterday's games. So I'm going to have to do a little bit deeper research. I do anyway, but I don't want you to get confused and take these batters thinking that they're all good, because I do other steps besides this. This is just the initial start to filter out the players. Let me continue. So we got Shohei Ohtani right here. 3 times at bat, 1 hit, 33%. He's gotten at least 1 or 2 hits every other game, or every game in the last 10. Same with this guy, 44% against this pitcher. This guy didn't get a hit in the last game. This guy, he's been up to bat 8 times. He's only gotten 1 hit. That's a 0.125%. I don't like that. And then the last one, he didn't get a hit in the last game. So now they're already filtered out. Again, I go through another step with using tools like Outlier, and then I check ChatGPT with the graphs, meaning the hit graphs. There's a lot of other steps that go into this, maybe 2 or 3 more steps. So I'm not going to go through those steps like I mentioned. I'm going to just give you the filtered version of the game, of the players that I'm looking at. I'm also going to show you the RBI guys that I'm looking at for the under RBIs. So right here, I'm looking at Mookie Betts to get a hit, Shohei Ohtani to get a hit, Bobby Witt Jr. to get a hit, Yandy Diaz to get a hit, Michael Harris II to get a hit, Brian Mountcastle to get a hit, Alec Bregman to get a hit, Trey Turner to get a hit, and Julio Rodriguez to get a hit. Now let me look at the under RBIs. These are not confirmed. Do not take these. These are definitely not confirmed. There's a lot of stuff, like, for example, let me spread this out a little bit. You can see these guys have gotten 1 RBI, 4 RBIs, 1 RBI. So obviously I have to filter these out, delete these. So these are not completely done yet. Don't quote me on these. There's other steps that I need to do to finalize these. But these are the 3 players that I will be looking at to not get an RBI. And these are the players that I will be looking at to get 1 hit. All right, guys, there you go. I'm going to go with the Tigers money line. I like the Reds, but the line is shifting in the wrong direction. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not going to touch it, but I would not suggest you go with it anymore because the line is shifting in the wrong direction. I just gave you a bunch of batter props that I'm looking at. Don't quote me on these, but make sure you subscribe. And then I'm going to put a YouTube short with 2 batters that I will be posting for sure. So stay tuned for that. And make sure you subscribe, guys. Thank you so much. Check out the free plays in the link in the description, and check us out for the Discord and our tool called the Sharp Edge. Let's have another great day. Yesterday was a 4-in-1 day.